My thoughts have been all over the place. I've been thinking about some of the problems. I've been thinking about the structure that I should be following in order to come up with new ideas. But then I have already go. I can just say that I've gotten more confused, if not anything else. I've jotted down some of the points which have come to my mind. Mm, some of the issues that the current students face. Instant gratification is one of the issues. They like instant feedbacks. They like instant results. Instant gratification is one of the problems. In schools, they are inside of protected environments. If you see most of the schools, they are all colorful and flowery and everything, right? But I don't like them exactly that way. There should be more. School should be teaching more as to what happens in the real life. Uh, so do I want to create that kind of protected environment in my school is the question, or or should there be, or should the younger kids have some protected environment, and then after a certain point of time, maybe from sixth standard, seventh standard, I should start making them go through the grind, or whatever. But then real life scenarios should be taught. Real life scenarios should be told to them. Do I want that kind of protected environment there? Then you all might be aware of boys' locker room controversy. If anything like that happens, how do you cope up? Even a boy, unrelated to the boys' locker room, but then he got caught into all this Me Too incident, and he took his own life. So how do we help the kids to tackle something like that emotionally also? Emotionally, they should be able to take care of themselves. So do I need to think of something, or I think I should be uh, thinking about their emotional quotient here? Because had the boy been able to handle it, handle the complaint that was made against him, or what, or as parents, as the other stakeholders, as society members, should we be shaming them, or what was the role specifically of the school in this current scenario? Should the school intervene? Should there be a counselor in school? So that's the question. So the other thing that I was thinking about was going through the case studies. There are a lot of case studies about different education systems. Should I be studying those case studies? So I'll be thinking about that. The other point that I was thinking about was, should I myself attend school lectures when I have offs? So even that is a possibility. I'll get to know as to how the students react to today's teaching, or what are the pedagogies that are being used in different schools. I'll have to draft something so that they allow me to sit in one in the lectures. Maybe I'll yeah. So that will be a good exposure for me to understand as to what really is happening on the ground. The other mistake that I believe I was doing was, I was just thinking about the school or students as an isolated stakeholder. But then when it comes to students, it's not just the pedagogies that are going to create the difference. The parents and as well as the teachers are the ones who the students are maximum exposed to. So I cannot just be thinking about students. I should be also thinking about the parents and the teachers as well. Usually what happens is the parents invest money and they think that, okay, now my student is going to become a very good individual, or he's going to progress, he's going to develop a lot. But then that is not going to be alone possible, made possible by the school. They the environment in the house also creates, or also plays a huge role in developing the student. If the environment is good, or if the parent handles things properly, the student is in his best form, or best placed to optimize whatever he is learning. So the environment at home and the overall attitude of parents needs to be correct. But then the millennial parents today, they don't have that kind of exposure. And even though their parents may be telling as to what kind of culture needs to be inbuilt in the student or it needs to be developed, the challenges keep evolving over time. They Our parents have been parents 25 years back, and a lot of things have changed since that time. 25 years is a long time. So there needs to be some kind of instruction for the parents as well. And of course, the teachers, the teaching pedagogy for the teachers needs to be taught to them, because the kind of teachers that we have is not up to the mark. Some teachers are really good, but then the teaching pedagogies have to be taught to them. I've been thinking of some of the pedagogies. Of course, in the book, the other book that mentioned, Prepared, Dan Tavener has mentioned some of the pedagogies. The other pedagogy that I was thinking about was it's a project by Harvard. It's called Visible Thinking. I had made a project based on visible thinking when I was in my graduate school. Visible thinking is a very effective pedagogy. Going forward, I'll be uh, focusing on two things. First, I think I'll be completing two books. First is this Prepared by Dan Tavener. I'll be uh, going through each and every page, each and every sentence. And the other one is a book on visible thinking by Ron Richard. It'll make me understand as to what pedagogy can be used. Visible thinking is all about making thinking, or enabling students to think, giving them the necessary tools, teaching them how to think about different situations. So that is there. So ultimately, I was thinking, if I have to develop a school, should it just be for the children? Because if I look at children in just the isolated manner, whatever results I want, I expect out of children, I wouldn't get if I don't get proper teachers or parents to help me. So I was thinking, maybe I can have some course. Of course, I'll need to teach teachers, and the teachers that graduate from the school that we develop, specifically the pedagogy that is being taught to them. The teachers need not, just be employed in my school. The teachers can get employed in any school. So that kind of course can be developed. And of course, some kind of course or, workshops for parents, maybe 26-week weekend workshop or something like that, so that we can tell them as to what is expected out of them or how to go about helping their children. And of course, the third is the overall school for the children. So these three products need to be developed, is what I feel as of now. I'll be reassessing this, whether I should, bring all the three together and integrate in school only, in one single school, or will it be wise to have three different products, so that it democratizes the whole thing. And the teachers go in different schools and not just my school. The parents need not be of the kids from my school. They can be from kids of any school, so they can come, they can think. And the parents need not be what age group and all that has to be thought of. So currently this is what I'm thinking. mm, let's see how this evolves.